Coming up on Juice and Java, all planes have been grounded here in Syracuse.
Reporter Tegan Brown will be live at the Winter Fair.
And it is freezing outside, but hot chocolate has kept us warm.
All that and more, Juice and Java starts right now.
Good morning and welcome into Juice and Java. I'm Walker Simmons.
And I'm Sarah Russo. Thanks for starting your morning with us.
Let's kick things off with the squeeze.
Is that where we're starting? The Syracuse Regional Airport has issued a notice this morning that air and ground traffic has been delayed. President Joe Biden is flying into Syracuse on Air Force One this morning.
That's right. Biden is on a personal visit and will not be making any public appearances. Michael Hunter died last week. Hunter's Joe Biden's brother-in-law, and Hunter is an Auburn native, and the White House has not yet made a comment on whether Biden will attend the funeral.
And the notice did not refer to the presidential visit. However, air traffic is usually halted for takeoff and landing of Air Force One.
Yeah, it's crazy. Here in Syracuse, normally the weather doesn't stop flight.
Yeah.
Not a lot of stuff stops flight, but POTUS, that for sure is a big one.
Yeah, it definitely makes a lot of sense that flights are canceled. I can't imagine having a flight and being delayed. I know that's not fun. Even if it's an hour delay, that really messes up your whole travel.
Yeah, definitely. But it does show, the sense of security here at Syracuse. We take things very seriously.
Yes.
So flights are canceled, weather's cold, but it's not because of the cold weather.
No.
Who would have shot? Moving on now to Marshall Street for the 2023-2024 student school year. Students can now apply to live at 727 South Krause apartment complex. Syracuse University, bought by the complex, formerly was known as, of course, the Marshall Street as we all know it here at Syracuse.
Yeah, and students can apply for a studio, 1, 2, and 4-bedroom apartments, and each unit has access to a fitness center, laundry room, study areas, and entertainment areas, and each bedroom will also have a full bathroom.
Yeah, and to apply, students can fill out the form on their MySlice housing portals. Once the complex is filled, students will go to the wait list. This application is on a rolling basis to apply, so it's kind of first come, first serve if you're interested.
Yeah, and that's a pretty nice complex. It's close to Marshall Street, close to campus.
Well, yeah, the Marshall is known, and what I found interesting was that Syracuse decided to change it. I'm kind of curious if they were pushed to do that or what the reason was, because
new branding.
The Marshall is a staple on campus.
It is.
It's on the building, so I'm curious, are they going to change the sign? There's a lot of stuff, a lot of questions to be asked.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice spot, though. I might have to look into that for next year.
Definitely.
And looking national now, later this afternoon, 24 students ages 10 to 14 are going to compete in the post-standard spelling bee. Each student won their district spelling bee and online regional event to qualify, and the winner of the competition will be headed to nationals.
Yeah, this spelling bee is here and will take place in the Joyce Hergenhan Auditorium at Newhouse, and it'll be broadcast to the public on April 1st, and admission is free and parking can be found on Marshall Street.
And fast forward a few months, the Scripps National Spelling Bee will take place May 28th in Maryland, and the winner today will represent Central New York. The students represent the best the area has to offer. Now, Walker, did you ever compete in a spelling bee?
Never.
Really?
I'm not big of a speller. That's my thing.
Okay, so maybe you should have.
Looking back at myself in grade school, I just don't think I would have been able to compete.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I did. I got out on the word voice.
What grade?
I think it was like 3rd, 4th grade.
Well, okay, that can be a challenge.
But I practiced every day. I thought I was going to win the whole thing.
How far did you make it into the?
I think I got out maybe like the 2nd round. Voice is a pretty basic word.
Happens to the best of us. Yeah. Everyone talks about the winners, but there's always got to be losers.
Exactly, and I was a loser.
All right, well, hey. A fan favorite state fair attraction is being canceled. New York State Fair Breeders Association President Jim Mather's decision to call off their annual horse show comes after Governor Kathy Hochul's announcement of rising fare prices.
In addition to a hike in the ticket and parking prices, non-fair event rates will increase by 1.5% this May. Mather explains that skilled labor for cleaning and maintaining the horses is also rising, with some job earnings over $90 per hour. The 55-year-old show cancellation is the first major event to call it quits following Hochul's fare price increases.
And big events happening here across Central New York this morning, including Front Row Players is having its annual Take the Stage fundraiser this month. The nonprofit organization encourages adults with disabilities to perform musical and dramatic acts. The show takes place next week, February 9th, at the Temple in DeWitt, New York. A complimentary beer and wine tasting are also going to be offered in those at attendance.
Syracuse University's basketball players Samir Torrance and Benny Williams will be attending this performance. Founder Deb Kavanaugh said that the goal of the organization is to give participants a chance to do what they love. For ticket information, visit frontrowplayers.org.
We're talking about all these events around Syracuse, New York, but here's a big one, the weather.
Yes.
I mean, I understand Syracuse is cold, we get a lot of snow, but -2 degrees today this morning.
Freezing.
It's hard to get up at 9.
It is. We're going to have to bundle up. Our weather reporter, Maria Ashkar, is in studio. Maria, what is it looking like out there?
Well, Sarah and Walker, thank you so much. It is no secret that yesterday there was a pretty big winter storm. Lots of school cancellations, Syracuse City Schools and Liverpool. This morning it was about 0 degrees. As the day went on and now it's about 7, still pretty cold. It is cloudy today and clouds will be staying here relatively throughout the day. Now let's take a look at the current temperatures in the area. Syracuse, like I said, was 0 degrees. Fulton -1, Rome -6, Rochester 6. You can see that in the central New York area, these temperatures are all pretty cold, staying relatively cold throughout the day. Now, if we take a look at tonight, the temperatures do warm up. I mean, if you want to consider 27 warm, I guess, it's still pretty cold. So keep those jackets on and keep those boots on. You're going to need those all throughout today into tonight. It's going to be mostly cloudy with winds about 11 to 15 miles per hour. Now tomorrow at 9 a.m. these temperatures, we do see a drastic increase. It's going to be about 33 degrees. By the time we get to noon, it's going to be around 40. By 6 p.m. we're going to have about 39-degree temperatures. It's going to stay cloudy, a high of 43 if you want to consider that warm. And then there are going to be a chance of rain showers before 1 a.m. That is it for me right now. We'll talk more about weather later in the show. Walker and Sarah, back to you both.
Marie, thank you. 27 degrees is warm when we're sitting at -2 degrees.
Yes,
so
we'll take
as
it.
always, thank you. And after the break, our very own Tegan Brown, she is live from the Winter Fair.
Stick with us.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Now, the Great New York State Fair is still months away, but if you're looking for a taste of summer, look no further than the Winter Fair.
That's right. Our very own Tegan Brown right now is at the Winter Fair to tell us all about these activities that you can do to spend your Saturday morning enjoying the cold by embracing the activities.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun.
Guys, good morning. We're here at the fairgrounds where it is highly energetic this morning because of that it's
really loud out, but hey, that's because there is a ton to do, tons of people doing a lot of stuff. I mean, let's just take a walk around here. You've got rides, you've got vendors, you've got food, you've even got a giant Ferris wheel over there, which I'll be honest with you guys, it looks fun, but there's absolutely no way I'm going on that because personally I'm terrified of heights. But hey, if you want to give it a try, you can go right ahead. But there are thousands of people that will be coming to this event between yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And speaking with the promotions director here, he said that this year is all about bringing people together. Well, you know, here. Oh. Well, here at the fair, you know, the county executive and Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh are both endorsing this event, and they really want people to come out. They want them to experience the vendors, the food, the rides, and they also have a number of resources here at the fair, both county resources as well as city resources that you can go up, you can talk to them. And you know, something Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh said was, you know, we don't just live through winter here in Syracuse, we embrace it. And honestly, being out in that -6-degree weather this morning, I wasn't exactly embracing it, but here inside of the Expo Center, it's much warmer. I'm definitely embracing this event. And if you want to experience this, it's going on until 10 o'clock today. It's also going on tomorrow, and you can find ticket prices online on the fair's website. Reporting in Syracuse, for Juice and Java, I'm Tegan Brown.
Tegan, as always, thank you so much. Now, apologies for the technical difficulties today. We've had some ups and downs, but no matter what, rain, shine, or freezing cold temperature, we're going to bring you the news, and our Maura Vaughn's going to do just that right after the break. She's outside of the dome. Incredible story coming up.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome to my house. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The walls were closing in. Clearly a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It could help you find a little more breathing room.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Our reporter Maura Vaughn was outside the dome, but guys, it is just so cold out there. She had to come back to join us in studio, and she's here to tell us a little bit more about the Syracuse men's lacrosse home opener. Maura, what are we looking at?
And yes, today, well,
like we had it.
The Vermont versus Syracuse lacrosse game. And while the Vermont men's lacrosse team may be used to the cold weather, they are not the big cats on campus today as they step foot into orange territory. Syracuse men's lacrosse, ranked number 30, will be facing off against Vermont Catamounts, ranked number 31, in a matchup today in the JMA Wireless Dome at 1 o'clock. Coming off of a season, a rough one in 2022 of a 4-10 win, today will really secure this tone for the rest of the season. But does Syracuse have a couple of tricks up their sleeve to pull off a successful season with 22 new members added to their roster? Well, I think there are a few key players you're going to want to keep an eye on. Returning to attack position, a key player in the starting lineup today will be attack man returning from a year-long injury, number 77, Owen Hiltz. Hiltz holds the stats for one of the most outstanding freshman lacrosse seasons in 2021, with 29 goals, 19 assists, 6 caused turnovers, and 18 ground balls. And the second player, I'd be surprised if you haven't heard his name, is being introduced to Syracuse for his lacrosse debut. Freshman Joey Spallina, the top recruit in the class of 2022, according to the Inside Lacrosse magazine, is here today. And I know many SU fans are excited to see Joey's hard work and dedication to lacrosse shown off wearing a number 22 orange jersey. This season opener will be the second time we ever see these two teams face off, with the first time Syracuse playing the Cats ending in a 7-13 win, with Owen Hiltz being the leading scorer. Seems like we'll be in for quite the cat fight today. Tune in to CitrusTV Sports for second-to-second coverage. Guys, back to you.
Maura, thank you so much. And when we come back, Sarah and I answered life's hardest question.
You are not going to want to miss this.
Those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
What are you, superheroes?
Just 4 brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
What's up, and welcome back to Juice and Java. Now, it's currently 3 degrees outside, so we don't really want to go outside. We're staying inside, like many people here in Syracuse, but we're going to answer one of the biggest questions there is.
Yeah, who has the best hot chocolate? Is it Dunkin' or Starbucks? So right now, we're starting at a fan favorite here in Syracuse, Dunkin' Donuts. We're going to go through the drive-thru and get our order. All right, so we've got our hot chocolate from Dunkin' Donuts. Mine, no whipped cream.
Mine does have whipped cream. So we're gonna rate them now. 1 being like muddy water, 10 being Polar Express hot chocolate. Here we go. Yeah, that's...
It's hot.
It's hot. Dunkin' really does have hot chocolate, but the chocolate just isn't there for me.
Yeah, and it's definitely a little watery, and I do prefer my hot chocolate with water, but the chocolate, it's just not
Chocolate's
there.
not there. So for me, 4.5 out of 10.
And I'm 4 out of 10.
Yeah, not good. But we're gonna go check out the other competitor now, Starbucks. First, we gotta take out a loan before we get Starbucks hot chocolate, but we'll head there now.
All right, so we're back to the drive-thru. Starbucks this time. Of course, mine, no whipped cream.
Whipped cream. You know the rules, 1 through 10. Last one, I gave 4.5 for Dunkin'.
4 for me.
So here we go. That was bad. That was not good.
This is actually really
This
gross.
is worse. This is way worse.
This is somehow Starbucks.
And yet more expensive.
Yeah.
Capitalism really popped off with this one. I'm gonna say 1 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'm
I would
gonna be honest.
also say 1. This is literally
This is not good.
water.
Starbucks, step up your game.
Do better.
Anyways, standards are low right now, but hopefully we can bring them up better. We'll see you guys back in studio. We're gonna make our own hot chocolate.
Yeah, we can definitely do better.
Sarah, I mean, standards are low. I'm sorry, but I was expecting my ratings to be higher.
Yeah, you would think Starbucks, like, they have great coffee. You would think that...
When we initially started filming this, we're like, this is gonna be so fun. We're gonna taste really good hot chocolate. It was like, Dunkin' was here, and I was, okay, the bar's low. Starbucks didn't have any, like, I don't know.
Exactly. So we figured we can do better. We can definitely do better than Starbucks and Dunkin'.
There's still hope in the hot chocolate society.
Yeah. So we're starting with Swiss Miss.
Swiss
I feel
Miss.
like that's...
Shout out to my grandparents.
Yes.
Whenever they have things in bulk, they send it to me. I have
you,
so
Walker.
much of this hot chocolate, so.
Thank you. And Swiss Miss, I feel like that's like a pretty staple
It is a
brand.
staple. Oh,
I know
yeah.
I grew up on this all the time.
Yeah. American made, I think.
I can already tell. So we put, right? We're gonna put them in
so
first.
This tells you a lot about someone. If you want to know your friends from your enemies, what do you pour in first? Water and then hot chocolate, or hot chocolate and then water?
I do the chocolate first and then water.
There
And
you
I
go.
think you should always make hot chocolate with water, right? No milk. Is that?
I don't know about that.
I think that's the way to do it.
I think it's hot chocolate, like there's a creamy aspect to it. I think the milk's there for a
Right,
reason.
but the chocolate, I think if you have a good Swiss Miss milk chocolate powder, it doesn't need milk.
True, I can see that point. All right,
I
anyways,
guess
we're using just water today. Good old kettle.
Yes.
There you go, here.
Okay.
Let you do the honors.
This is quite the kettle too. I mean, we're not messing around.
today.
I doubt Starbucks or Dunkin' has a kettle like this. It's probably why their hot chocolate was so disgusting.
See, sometimes, and that's the nice thing about making your own hot chocolate. If it's not chocolate tea enough, just pour in some more.
Exactly.
All right. We're gonna mix it up. I like to start. You can always add more water. You can never take it away. You know.
That is true. And no marshmallows and no whipped cream. We're just testing.
Just the basics today.
The basics. Bare bone hot chocolate.
I am a whipped cream kind of guy.
No whipped cream.
Really?
I just think it just
But-
melts in it. And
so
it's-
you don't
I mean, I
put
guess
any. So
marshmallows. I do marshmallows.
this blows my mind. I just spilled it all over myself. Great. So no milk, or whipped cream.
No, but marshmallows. The mini marshmallows. I think it just.
Not a big dairy product fan.
No.
No. I'm the opposite. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
To science.
To science.
Yeah, 10 folds better than any of that. That's an 8 for me.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Best thing ever. We should start selling this. We should open up our own hot chocolate.
Yeah. Just cover up the brand.
Can we show that?
Honestly, so this was good. There is better hot chocolate than, like, you got to go local if you want to find the best hot
For
chocolate.
sure. I feel like Salt City
Salt
coffee
City
would have
yeah,
a delicious.
really, you know, you go to these big names, these brick and
Yeah.
mortars, and they're just going to give you that average Smojo hot chocolate.
Mass produced, no good. There's no love. Where's the love there?
Exactly.
Nothing.
We put the love here in our hot chocolate. at
We sure did.
Java. All right. Well, you know, we like to do these crawls too, by the way.
That's true. Yeah, we do.
If you've seen any of our previous episodes, we do coffee crawls. We did one time. Josh just got a bunch of juices. We just kind of let him run free with that.
Exactly. Juice or Java. That's like the main question.
I am a Java person, though.
Yeah, I mean, I can do an espresso.
I'm
refined.
Yeah, in the morning, especially this morning, 9 a.m. Getting into the show, I step outside and I feel like it's the Arctic, so I have to have a black cup of hot coffee.
Definitely something. I mean, I'm definitely gonna drink the rest of this hot chocolate.
Oh,
I can
for
do
sure.
that. That'll keep us warm.
Yeah. Do
But
you start your morning with hot cocoa?
I don't. No. Maybe is that a thing we should start doing?
I don't think so.
Hot,
I'm a
hot chocolate in the morning.
This is how I know I've aged throughout college. Is now I wake up and the thing I look forward to all day is having a cup of coffee.
Well, and you have this nice kettle here.
I'm a big fan of these kettles. Yeah.
That you can do a pour over with.
Exactly.
You're
yeah.
a big like.
Do you do any like special coffee type things?
I don't. I mean, I work at a coffee shop. Shout out Crown Street Roasting Company, Jamestown, New York. But I don't really drink coffee myself. But I will say, having a morning routine like that, where you're like making your own coffee and like grinding the beans.
Yeah.
It's very relaxing,
It
very
is.
therapeutic. I don't know
Just
if
like
we
making
can,
hot chocolate. This is
Yeah,
a
I was
little
gonna say,
therapeutic.
can we do like grind cacao beans and like
I don't know. I don't know. We've gone to the realms of our hot chocolate conversation here.
I have no idea. I think we should look into that.
We really should.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's kind of wrapping up our hot chocolate connoisseur-ness
We
here.
could talk all day about this.
We could, but when we come back, we'll take one last look at your weather.
Don't go anywhere.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast for this week. So I actually have some good news. It's pretty cold today, but then as we see as the week goes on, it actually gets pretty warm. Well, if you want to say 41 is warm, I guess for Syracuse it is. So today, 19 degrees with a low of -11. Tomorrow and Monday are both going to be mostly cloudy. We're really not going to see any sunshine tomorrow, the day after, or honestly for the rest of the week. Pretty sad news, but Tuesday we are going to have a high of 45 degrees with a few snow showers here and there, potentially throughout the day, low of 33, and then we get on to Wednesday, and it goes back to being mostly cloudy. So you can see that this week stays relatively the same. There really isn't much, but keep those jackets on and make sure to keep those boots on because it is going to stay pretty cold. Unfortunately, no sunshine this week, but you know, it's Syracuse. What can you expect? I mean, this weather's pretty predictable at this point, let's be honest.
Yeah, no sun, but we got our hot cocoa.
Yeah, what more do you need? And today is National Sweater Day. The World Wildlife Fund started the holiday in 2010, and the group wants to encourage people to conserve energy by wearing layers of sweaters or warm clothes instead of turning up their heat.
Yeah, Sweater Day helps raise awareness about climate change and tries to get people thinking about their own carbon footprints. And you could celebrate today by wearing your favorite sweater, maybe turning down your heat. I don't know though, because it's so cold outside. I read this story, I was very excited.
Yeah.
I love spreading awareness. But you know, let's write some blog posts. I don't want to turn my heat down.
Yeah,
guys.
we'd have to probably wear like a couple sweaters, probably
Yeah,
not
a
just
lot of sweaters.
one.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, one sweater isn't really gonna do it. I mean, like, we're in the negative temperatures today. You both are gonna, I mean, Walker actually maybe might be okay with his jacket. But like, we're
gonna struggle.
Sarah
We
really
cannot walk
not.
outside.
Like, we seriously need to probably throw some
Yeah.
layers on after this. I know that's what I'm gonna do. And maybe get a hot cup of hot chocolate.
We would love to make you a cup of hot chocolate.
Oh, can you please? Right after the show ends.
For sure.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so
yeah.
much hot chocolate.
Definitely better
Easily.
than anything you'll find.
Yeah, but anyways, sweater weather. I think definitely as things start to get a little bit warmer, like you were saying, in those 40 degrees.
Let's hope.
I'm taking part here. I'll throw on a couple sweaters, turn down the heat. I'll blast
Will
the
you?
AC.
Do you have a favorite sweater?
I don't. But you know, every once in a while, those Christmas sweaters that your grandparents give
The
you, those
ugly
are
ones.
so good.
They're the best.
Well, unfortunately, that's all we have for you this morning on Juice and Java.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow Citrus TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I'm Walker Simmons.
And I'm Sarah Russo. Have a great morning, Syracuse.